It's the 41 Jobs Podcast here with the Couch Potato. We're here at the Green Olive Bar in Marion, Indiana. It used to be Dutch's. It used to be a real smoky bar, but now it's really nice and clean and updated.
Charlie
got
Weaver.
really good food. Yeah.
Charlie Weaver's the owner.
Okay, cool. Well, this is the place where you get a pitcher and you get a free pizza. And you get this little coin.
Tokens.
So you can't not try the Green Olive. Good food. You get tokens. They got Yingling and pitchers. It's great stuff. So we've sampled this place several times.
Just a few.
We figured we'd bring a podcast here to you this evening and bring some of our closest friends out here to sound off on some topics like Kapernick.
Who?
Afghanistan veterans. Not the kind of veterans that call you in the middle of the night and say, hey, do you want to buy this or that? No, not that kind of veteran. I'm talking about U.S. Army people that don't call you and bug you in the middle of the night, taking U.S. jobs. I'm going off, so let's stop. But we'll talk about some sports. Maywether and McGregor. McGregor wants to kill him, but he's not going to because they don't let him. Ground and pound. He's probably going to get whipped. What do you think, Doug?
Mayweather's such a defensive fighter. He's going to leave it open for McGregor to pop him.
I hope he knocks him out.
I'm hoping he does. Taking it back to the streets of Ireland. Dublin.
I know. I hate both, but Maywether is so annoying. I saw him on an interview on ESPN. He goes, I'm 49-0. I'm 40 years old, and I'm the best fighter there ever was. But I guess you got to be that way if you're a fighter.
That's part of it, but he does strategic. Let's fight the guy 2 or 3 years after his prime. Because he's had so many belts taken away from him because he doesn't fight within a year. And so he has those belts taken from him just because he's waiting for that guy to, it's all about the money, him.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about that, too. We'll end up talking about that, and then we won't call our caller for the night, Dallas Streat. We're supposed to call him. He's an Afghanistan U.S. Army veteran, so we're going to give him a call. Coaches football here locally, so we're going to give him a holler in a little bit. We might talk about NFL. What we think, who's going to win, who's going to suck, are the Colts going to suck, or the Bears going to suck? Yeah, I think they're going to. But we'll talk about it later. And college football, which is my favorite time of the year. I love college football. Do you like college football, Doug?
I like watching college football. I should watch it more.
Yes, I love it, even though defense is sometimes invisible, but it's fun to watch. My favorite team is the IU Hoosiers, but they're probably going to get whipped at Ohio State, or is it at home? It's in Bloomington
this year. Ooh, we may be making a trip.
It's in Bloomington, and it's on the 31st, Thursday night. I'm thinking ESPN or ABC.
ESPN 2, probably.
It's one of those ESPN
3.
Yes.
They do their thing.
Okay, cool.
What is it?
Game day.
Yeah, game day.
Game day is going to be at IU.
Oh my god!
But it's on a Thursday. They're doing game day on a Thursday.
We should have took a day off and went.
It's the same people from game day, but it's on a Thursday.
Man, that'd be awesome. Kevin Wilson coaching against his old mates. Do you think he choked people and treated them bad? Do you really think he did?
As long as they won, I really didn't care.
I don't care either.
I mean,
I don't care what coaches do as long as they win.
they're getting a free scholarship, right? They're getting
Yeah.
$100,000 scholarship.
Yeah.
I mean, a little choking. I mean, heck, right?
Bobby
If they
Knight
win,
choked. Bobby
you know,
Knight threw chairs.
well-
I threw my shoulder out throwing a water bottle. 2 surgeries later. I'm back to benching 80-pound dumbbells. I'm good. Thank you to Dr. Chakowski in Fort Wayne. But the bill, I'm still paying that bill, guys. I owe $3,000 that bill.
That's
But I feel good.
Hey,
I mean, look.
was it Fiji water?
Yeah.
So it's
could've
expensive
been.
water?
Yeah.
Yeah. My goodness.
Heavy water. What are we talking about? Shoulder surgery,
Hey,
Bobby Knight?
you're
See,
throwing.
this is where these things go, and then you run out of an hour.
Sounds like
an
to
hour.
me. And Knight only got fired.
Yeah.
You got injured.
Weren't you ticked? Thank you. I got some good wings here at the Green Olive. I got mild with ranch dip. They're boneless wings. I've never had one before. I always eat their pizza and drink their pitchers. This is really hot. So, really good.
Oh, there we go.
What's up? Doug, you got to try a boneless wing.
I've already had a sub.
All right.
I got here early.
They got subs. Let's talk about the menu here at Green Olive. You come here, get a pitcher of beer. You get a free pizza.
For
Get a
8-inch
token.
pizza.
Yeah, like we said before, they got salads. They got some awesome Italian dish. They got a basket of wings, like good bar food, like nachos, pulled pork nachos. They got 1-topping, 2-topping pizzas. They got the pig pin. That's like a sausage, ham, pepperoni, bacon, barbecue sauce, and 4-cheese blend. You got an 8-inch, a 10-inch, and a 14-inch. Those are specialty pizzas. Super Pub, Mexican pizza. Yeah, they got Mexican pizza, nacho cheese, beans.
I like the subs. The Gutbuster sub is good, and they also have calzones.
Okay, and they're pretty reasonable prices.
Oh, yeah.
Half price Tuesdays. Build your own pizza, any size, for half price. No additional purchase necessary. They got the. You had the Gutbuster tonight.
I had the Gutbuster sub.
$11.99 sausage, pepperoni, onion, jalapenos, and barbecue sauce stuffed with cheese. So that's a pretty good. That's a gut wrencher. And they've got other subs: the hot Sicilian, the Philly cheesesteak, stromboli, pub sub, Texas barbecue, ham and cheese. It's like these little bars that you don't think about that you go to. It's not one of those chains where you go to Applebee's and get horrible service. You can come here and get good service and good food. So it's
fun atmosphere.
Yeah.
Fun atmosphere. We had the going party here. We probably filled it 50, 60 people. It was packed.
Yeah.
It was a good night.
Yeah, it's good stuff. It's really good food. You got to come out. It's not overly packed. It's not a place where you feel like you're going to get shot or shanked. There's a good crowd here.
I
There's
forgot
decent
my shiv.
people. So there's not going to be bottles flying in the air, hitting you in the skull. Good time. They got a shuffleboard. Got some TVs, some good sports on. Okay. All right. I think we're going to try to give Dallas a call. He's the guy I was going to try to interview tonight. Good dude. Was in the military. And we're going to give him a try here in a few minutes. Hey, Dallas, what's up, man?
What's going on, man?
Hey, man, it's nice to talk to you. We were here for the 41 Jobs podcast, man. We're here with Doug, good buddy of mine, Eastbrook grad. We thought we'd give you a holler and talk to you about your military stuff and what you're doing after that. Is that cool, man?
Yeah, that's fine with me. I'm driving home from Fort Wayne, so if it gets staticky or I cut out, that's why. But yeah, that's cool with me.
Yeah, I can hear you pretty good.
Okay.
So, hey, man, when did you graduate from high school?
I graduated in 2007.
Did you have, any ideas like, hey, I'm going to go to the military for sure? Or you thought you were going to college? What did you think about when you got out of high school?
Really planning all the way up until my junior year. I had planned on going into the Army. I had met a girl. We had gotten married, and the Army wasn't really in the picture anymore. I got married right out of high school.
Okay.
So my brother-in-law, he was a foreman in the carpenters union. He got me into that. So I started out as a free apprentice, and then come, right around Christmas, New Year's time, when they lay a bunch of people off, I was on the list. I was stuck in a position where I was 18 years old, married, had to find a way to make an income, and the Army had always been, like a dream or a goal of mine. So I went and started recruiting.
All right, cool. I mean, that's awesome. Now, where'd you go first for basic?
So I did my basic and my AIC were done together. It's called OSIT, or One Station Unit Training.
Okay.
Some jobs do it, but it was 21 weeks, 21 or 19, one or two, based out of Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri.
Okay. And so how long ago after that do you ship out overseas, or did you stay on the States for a while?
Well, so I finished my training and received my orders. My first set of orders were cut for Schofield Barracks, Hawaii. We had all been told, I was told by the recruiter, I was told by all the drill sergeants, hey, you're going in deep, but don't count on doing much policing because more than likely you'll end up in Iraq. I joined in 2008, and Iraq was still hot and heavy. Afghanistan wasn't even really in the picture in 2008. So I got to Hawaii, and I was fortunate enough that my first unit was a law enforcement-only unit. So for about 18 months, I would say, I really got to hone in on my law enforcement, my skills in law enforcement.
Okay. So now, when you got to where you were stationed overseas. How was that? I mean, it was hot and heavy every day, or was it just miserable, or what was it like at first?
So I went to Kandahar, Afghanistan.
Okay.
My first deployment was in 2010. Kandahar is in the southern region of Afghanistan. It's closer to the desert. I wouldn't necessarily call it desert. It's more just dry dirt. Where Iraq, you had sand, legitimate sand. In Kandahar, it was just dry dirt. You didn't get much rain at all.
Okay.
So it was hot. I mean, we got there July. We got there in July, and it was just stepping off the plane, stepping on the back of the C-5 that we flew into, took your breath away.
Wow.
And I could probably honestly say it could be classified as hot and heavy. They were receiving mortars on the daily, multiple times a day. And we probably spent 10 to 12 days there doing more train up because they just released the brand new NAC in Afghanistan. So we had to train up on that. Our drivers had to train. We had to do a couple live fires just to make sure that our gunners knew what we were doing, all our weapons parts, little stuff like that, before we could actually go out in the sector.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What was your specialty? I mean, what was your assignment?
I was a 31 Bravo military police soldier.
Okay.
And going over there, we were under the impression that we were going to work on the daily with Afghan police.
Okay.
But we were also under the impression that we would leave a fob, go out and work with them during the day, and come back at night. And we realized really quick that that was not what was indeed going to happen.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so we didn't live on a fob.
Wow. Man, I can't imagine, like, when I got out of high school, Kuwait actually we went into Kuwait, and, we were all worried when we were seniors. We thought they were talking about draft. And, and still this day, I kind of regret not trying it. Heck, I would have got free college. I'm paying loans out the yin-yang, and it just amazes me the bravery you guys have that serves your country. It's just crazy. I mean, I just think it's really an awesome honor that you guys help keep us where we could sit here at a bar drinking beer, getting on the internet and talking about God knows what because we're free to do that. And I just think you guys are, instrumental in keeping us that way, and it's just awesome. And you had sacrifices. I mean, I'm sure you probably didn't come out 100% like Dallas was when he was playing football for Adamson. I mean, what kind of hardships did you deal with physically?
You say physically?
Yeah, physically. Like I know you and I talked when we were working out, and you said you had some injuries from the military. I mean, how did you incur those injuries?
Well, and I think a lot of it was just over time. So, for example, the average soldier that goes out in the sector in a combat environment right now has minimum 70 to 100 pounds of equipment that he absolutely has to take with him.
Oh my gosh!
So you're talking the IOTB or the plate carrier. Now, a plate carrier drops that by about 10 pounds, but that the IOTB itself with plate, I believe, is 35 or 45 pounds with your plate. And then a full combat load of 210 rounds for the M4 if you're lucky, or the M249, which is the solid squad automatic weapon, basically a machine gun, fully automatic that you carry around. And those guys had anywhere from 750 to 1,000 rounds on their body at all times.
And that takes its toll on your body, doesn't it?
Yeah, and I think, I can't pinpoint an exact day that some of the injuries happened, and neither can any of the doctors I talked to, but just over time, there used to be a rumor floating around that a 12-month deployment would shrink you at least 1 inch up to 3 inches just because of the compression on your spine. You can imagine walking